We have Gonzaga pitcher Alek Jacob joining us. Alek, first of all, congratulations on being the first ever guest on whatever we will eventually call this FloBaseball podcast. I'm sure you're very honored.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you for having me.
Hey, as we speak, like legitimately as we speak, FloBaseball, our 25th vertical at Flo is going live. So literally no one could have beat you to the punch. We are 2 days away from opening day, man. So let's start there. How you feeling? How the boys looking?
Amazing. I mean, we're obviously really excited to get going. We've been, training since, right when we got to school, ready for this day. So really looking forward to get back to Arizona. Didn't quite get the results that we wanted last year down there. So excited to give it a shot and come out on top this year, hopefully. So, yeah.
I have no doubt, man. Here's the deal. I have family in Spokane, and randomly I've actually been up there to visit during 2 of the past 3 Februaries. And I live in Texas, so both times there was more snow on the ground than I've ever seen in my life. What, in earnest, are some of the challenges for a program like Gonzaga in a cold weather climate this time of year when it comes to preparing for a college baseball season that starts like right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's colder climate, and we don't actually have any snow right now, which is nice. We normally do, like you said, but yeah, I mean, we find ways around it. It's like we can't make that as an excuse. We gotta find other ways to get our work in. Whether that's inside thrown into a cage and like simulating long toss. Whatever you can do. You can't let that affect you come opening day because they're not going to make that, like, that's not an excuse for us. We got to be ready to go. And so it's really just, kind of a mentality. You're like, hey, this isn't going to affect us. We're going to be just as good as everybody else come opening day. We're going to be just as, ready or prepared. So, yeah, I mean, like, we made it a big deal. Coach Mack makes it a big deal. Like, hey, like, we needed to make this, like, as an advantage for us, as, like, we're tougher than other teams because we went through this rather than, an excuse. So, yeah.
I like that. Start in February, you're freezing to death, but hopefully end in June when it's very warm in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, look, snow or not, I'm sure it's not super comfortable up there temperature-wise right now. I'll be honest with you, I didn't check the Weather Channel before we did this interview, so I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that you guys will not be upset about heading down to lovely Surprise, Arizona to open things up at the Sanderson Ford College Classic.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's going to be great.
It's a field that includes 2018 national champion Oregon State, Mountain West rival BYU, along with New Mexico. What are you most looking forward to about this week?
Really just getting our kind of our feet under ourselves. Really, next weekend we got Arkansas too, so it's going to be a pretty exciting first couple weeks for us. Just kind of seeing, our young guys out there, or returners, just kind of seeing how everybody competes. We got kind of some question marks a little bit coming in. We got our center fielder just went down with an injury. So we got some stuff we got to do to replace guys, just kind of move guys around. I'm just really excited to see what our young guys can do. We got freshmen starting on Monday on the mound, so it'll be really exciting to see just all the new faces and see what they can do for us and help us win some games.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned the freshmen starting on Monday. I know you're going to be the Friday starter for Gonzaga this year, but you guys have Oregon State on Saturday and Sunday, so help me out. Let me know. When are you getting the ball this weekend?
I'm getting the ball Saturday against Oregon State, second game. Mac Lardner will have the first game against BYU. So, it'll be it should be good. We got a lot more pitching depth this year than we have in the last 2 years, so that's really exciting to see. We got a lot of arms, a lot of guys that can compete and give us a lot of innings this year. So, yeah, it'll be fun. I get another crack at Oregon State after last year. They beat me, so I'm excited to get them again this year.
I bet.
Hopefully get a better result.
I bet. Hey, I didn't really plan on asking you about it, but you pick up preseason All-American honors. Does that mean anything to you? Is that something that you were excited about, or what's the story there?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously nice to get recognized, but that's surely based off of last year, right? So it's in the past. What really matters is this year, and obviously that's an individual honor. Really, you got the team goals are above that. You want to make it to, Super. You want to make it to Omaha. You want to win Omaha. Like all that stuff's obviously way more important to me. I just want to win games. Really, is what it comes down to. I want to win as many games as I can, make it as far as I can as a team. So yeah, I'm really excited for the year. I think we got a good team, and I think we can maybe make a run out of this year.
I'm gonna go off script a little bit. Yesterday, I think, day before, one of those, Major League Baseball, or somebody, I think it was Rob Manfred actually, so directly from the horse's mouth, came out with basically new playoff proposals for the MLB. I don't know, have you seen that yet?
Yeah, I saw a little bit. I don't know all the details. They said they're trying to make it to 7 teams, right?
Yeah.
And then one team gets a bye, and then I saw something about like picking your opponent or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the craziest part about it to me. So Trevor Bauer was super critical. A guy like Buster Olney, as an example, loved it. But yeah, it's expanding to 7 teams is the idea. The number one seed in both the AL and the NL would get a first round bye, and then the reality TV part of it is they would get to choose their opponent. And I don't know if they get to choose their opponent before the playoffs start or after the first round, after the first series shakes out or what. But yeah, so picking your opponent, is that as weird to you as it is to me, or are you cool with that?
Yeah, that seems pretty weird. I mean, I watched the Trevor Bauer interview or whatever it was about him, and I really liked that video, honestly. Like, 'cause he started talking about like cleats and stuff too, like kind of like they're taking away so much of like the individuality of the game. Like you can't really express who you are. You can't like do all that stuff, and I think that is kind of taken away from baseball a little bit and like the younger fan base. But yeah, I don't know. Picking your opponent, that I don't know if I like that idea. I think it's pretty good setup as they had it. I don't know. I feel like there is a lot more strategy involved in that, I guess.
Pro baseball postseason, I don't think is broken. I don't think that's the part that needs to be fixed. I think, to your point, it's things like letting guys show individuality within the sport. I mean, the problem is appealing to the younger fan, and you do that by letting guys express themselves. In my opinion, I'm not Rob Manfred, but
yeah, I know. I agree with you 100%.
All right, well, I'm glad we're on the same page with that, Alek. I'll go back to Gonzaga baseball, and we can wrap this up. Okay. I'd ask what your goals are this season, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory for you guys at this point, and you in particular. Obviously, you come in as a preseason All-American. I'm sure you'd like to finish the year that way. Y'all are picked to win the league, so do that. You're in the tournament, get in the tournament, and you're taking a shot at Omaha. So I'm sure Omaha's a goal. I don't even need you to tell me that. But February in particular, you mentioned Arkansas coming up, and obviously starting a surprise to kick things off, Oregon State. February is such a unique month for everybody in college baseball, but especially for a team like Gonzaga that's coming from a cold weather climate. You're not going to be playing at home for quite a while. What do you want to be able to say about this team on March 1? What do you want to get out of the first few weeks of the season?
Man, I mean, I think we need to like kind of figure out where guys fit in on the offensive end, like kind of get a lineup set up, because we've been kind of like in and out on specific guys, like first couple weeks here, like, oh, maybe this guy will start, maybe, and then they're moving guys around a lot, so like kind of getting like a set like lineup, I think, getting like some innings under the younger guys' belt, like, because we were going to have some big time young guys thrown out of the pen for us, and so like having them go, pitching in Arkansas, pitching against like Oregon State, like these bigger schools, and then when the WCC comes around, they'll be ready to go for anything, I think. So I think a bit, like I said, big thing will just be getting the young guys settled in, and then once they get in the groove, I think they're going to really do a lot for us and help us win a lot of games. So yeah, I'd say probably that, just getting the young guys going.
It just occurred to me that I said that you and BYU were Mountain West conference rivals about an hour ago, so I'd like to retract that statement. I know what conference you're in. But it's first day of FloBaseball, so what do I know?
Yeah.
Look, Alek and the Bulldogs are going to kick off 2020 in the surprise. Arizona Friday, New Mexico's the first opponent. Alek is throwing on Saturday. Every game of the Sanderson Ford College Classic can be watched live on the bright, brand new, shiny FloBaseball.tv or on the Flo Sports app. Alek, my man, I wish you the best of luck this weekend, but throughout the year, thanks so much for your time. We'll be keeping an eye on you and on Gonzaga overall throughout the year.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks very much, man.